Hey guys, welcome back to the party. Today we have Jazmyn Makenna. This is her second podcast. Jazz, can you introduce yourself and give us your socials? Tell us what's going on in your life, things like that.
Okay. Hey guys, my name's Jazz. I do TikTok and Instagram. I'm a
Ooh.
little fashion girly.
You're a little fashion girly.
My Instagram, is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay. Instagram, Jazmyn Makenna. TikTok, Jazmyn Makenna. That's it.
Amazing.
That's where you can find me.
Jazz, how did you start on social media? Where are you from? How did this, what age did you even start social media?
Oh God, I think I was posting during Musical.ly days. Yeah.
Started.
But I never popped off during that. I would say I started making money and doing social media at 15,
You're at 15. How old are you now?
19.
Oh shit, that's 4 years.
Yeah, 15 or 16.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what were you doing to start social media? What do you think your tips would be for someone that wants to start social media?
It sounds so cliche, but just be yourself, honestly. Don't really, you can't think about what other people are going to think of you.
Yeah.
You know, don't let that be the reason where it's no, I can't do that because this is embarrassing or this is whatever. I feel like the moment that I was being truly and authentically myself that's when I kind of kicked off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Do you remember what your first video was that started your career?
Oh God, I don't know. I started off with little fashion things. I was a little fashion girly. I don't remember what kicked off though. Probably one of those videos.
Mm-hmm.
In 2019.
Yeah. You just went through a public breakup. How did you deal with that on social media? I'm just I'm curious because I think every one of your close friends went through your comments. We saw everything that was going on. It was a big TikTok beef, but
It was.
how did you deal with that on the back end? Because not everybody gets to see what you're really truly going through, and reading these comments, mentally, how did that make you feel?
That was genuinely the lowest I've ever been in my life. That was such a big moment. A lot of crying. I cried a lot. You know, it's really hard when you're hearing from a bunch of random people that don't even know you, saying, cheater, you're this, telling me everything that I am when I know I'm not those things.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot. It was definitely a lot to go through, but this mindset that I had helped me get through it a lot. It was, if these people actually care about me and actually fuck with me, then they're going to stay with me. And this goes so beyond just fans or random people to people in real life, people that we see at parties, people mutuals that we know and whatever. It was kind of if you know who I genuinely am as a person, you're going to stick. And if you are so quick to just believing those things or just jumping on that, then I actually don't want you to begin with. I don't want you in my circle. You're not even worthy of what I got going on. But no, it definitely was. It was a lot. And it was one of the most stressful times in my life ever. It was, not only was I dealing with the heartbreak of the relationship, it was being told I'm all these things. And on top of that, it was I had to figure out where I was going to live. I didn't know where I was going to live.
Oh, yeah, because you guys lived together.
We lived together. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I can't afford over $4,000 a month in rent. That's not.
Yeah, people don't really notice that. They think influencers, when they see our lavish lifestyles because we're going to events, we make so much money.
Yeah.
But we don't.
No, some months it'll be I made $200.
Mm-hmm.
The next month it's okay, $8,000.
Yeah. It's all a
next month,
saving
it'll
process.
Be good. It's very whatever. But and then to cut my lease, it was $15,000. So I was oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I kind of just, everything ended up working out.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've grown so much as a person, and I'm glad that I went through that, and I'm glad that I experienced that because it taught me a lot, and it helped me grow. Definitely a lot.
Did you ever think when you were getting into a relationship that making it public, you just never know what's going to end up happening? Did you ever regret putting your relationship out into the world?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't, because I think it was, I have children now, but I think it was a beautiful thing, and I'm glad that I got to share that with with other people. And other people got to see that or feel inspired or like laugh at videos and whatever. So no, I don't. It was something that happened, and I feel like I'm not gonna live a life with regrets. If you live your life with regrets, it's like, well, what the fuck, you know? So no, I don't.
Would you ever go and put your relationship online again if you had like? Did you learn anything from this situation?
I did. I learned a fucking shitload. Holy shit. But probably not. I don't think I would do another like TikTok couple thing. It was fun. It was fun, but definitely I want a man. That's cool, but for me personally, I know. I feel like social media in itself is already kind of a dating app.
Yeah.
It's like you become mutuals with somebody online, you meet them at a party. Oh, hey, what's up? That's good enough for me.
Sometimes I feel like dating in LA is one of the scariest things. You just never know. And it's like everybody in LA fucks each other, especially because it's just such a small pool of people and we're all within the same industry. Like you're either like an actor, a TikToker, an influencer, or you're in music, but somehow it all intertwines. And I just feel like dating in LA, you're going to step on toes.
Yeah, no, dating in LA is definitely like a what the fuck. And a lot of the guys, they're fucking assholes. Well, guys are assholes everywhere, but out here it's like, who raised you? Actually, like, because I was in a relationship, so it was like I was sheltered.
Yeah,
bitch, I got fucking thrown out to the wolves. It was like, oh my god, what goes on in your mind? And I can't put I can't. I really can't. It's like.
And like you're now dating as an adult. Like you were dating for how long in your relationship?
We started talking when I was 17, so 17 to 19.
Okay, so now you're entering adulthood and you're fully dating adults.
Yeah, it's a lot scarier.
What makes you think that you want to date older?
Oh, and then I say that and then I'm like, yeah, but I want an old man. I don't know, cuz us as females, we already mature a lot faster than men. I want a man. Like, I just want a man that's, like, can protect me. He's got his shit figured out, you know? That's a big thing. I want somebody that is stable, right? But then I'm also fine with a 24-year-old. So it's like, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Do you have a criteria for dating now that you're now single and you want to... Do you think that right now you want to find someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, or are you just enjoying your single life?
Here's the thing. We all have those sad nights where we're on TikTok or we're on Instagram and we're like, fuck, I wish I had a relationship. And I have those moments, but I think deep down inside I do like being single. I like it. I like not having to worry about anybody or just doing my own thing. I like flirting. I'm such a big flirt, and being single is so much fun. Going out and like flirting, hello, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
But what was your question again? Sorry.
I think my question was, are you looking to settle down after this relationship? Like after just getting out of a relationship, are you looking to settle down again? Like, did this scar you so you don't want to go out and like don't want to have someone to take care of anymore? Or did it make you realize, I know what I want in a relationship now?
Gotcha.
So that's what you want to look for now.
Yeah, I'm definitely scared to get in another relationship. I don't want to let anybody have such a hold over me or have that ability to affect me or make my life feel like it's upside down. So I'm definitely nervous to let somebody back in again. But no, I do find myself, I will find my person. Probably not anytime soon, within a year or two, but love comes out of nowhere. You know, the moment you find somebody is when you're not looking for it. So, yeah.
Do you have any dating advice for people listening?
Oh, God. Dating advice. Just be yourself. If you don't like something, communication is key. You have to say it. And don't settle. That's one thing. Don't think, oh, well, I don't like this and I don't like this, but he's this and this. But he's good. He's good. Don't ever settle. If you don't like something, or if you're like, no, I actually know that I deserve to be treated better, or I just don't like this, don't settle.
Yeah.
because there's so many people out there.
What about advice on how to get through a heartbreak? Because somehow, out of all my friends that are going through a heartbreak, you were the one that's like standing tall, like going out, thriving. And I'm just like, how the fuck is she doing this? Like, she's like, she looks so good.
Thanks.
You look great.
Thank you. Here's something that I will say. In the beginning, with the whole relationship, I was so shocked, or not relationship, the breakup. I was so shocked that I couldn't even process my emotions. I was numb. It was like I couldn't even believe that it was real. So I was carrying on with my life. I was doing everything that I was like. I think I cried the first couple of days, and then afterwards it was like, oh, fuck this. I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do? Sit and cry? So I continued living my life, going out, but I was going out a lot. Not getting home till 6 a.m. Like, it wasn't a lot. I mean, it was a lot. So after that, after like, what was that? 2 months of that, I had like a full like mental breakdown, and I was like, holy shit, I need to get in tune with my emotions. I really need to listen to myself. We can't just keep pushing it away, Jazz. Like, that's not gonna help. So then, yeah, I started being a lot more vulnerable and talking about it with my mom or my roommate. And really, you just got time. That's all what it is time, and like cry it all out. That's like the one thing. It was just because when you bottle something up for so long, it's got to come out at some point. And so, yeah, it wasn't all roses and butterflies. It was a lot, and it actually triggered what I'm kind of have now. I don't know if you've seen it on my TikTok, but the disassociation.
No, what is that?
It's called depersonalization and disassociation, derealization, something, I don't fucking know. But basically when you go through, I'm a little nervous, guys.
It's okay, relax, breathe, drink some water, relax.
Basically it's like when you go through something super traumatic, your body like shuts down, and like my body doesn't work the same as it once did. It's like now I'm an anxiety ball. Like everywhere I go, even today, I was like having a panic attack before. Basically feels like you're watching yourself from a third person's perspective, and everything that you see and everything that you hear, it's just like not real. It's like you're disassociating, like nothing's real at all. So yeah, I started going to therapy, and I've never like dealt with anything. I've always been like a happy-go-lucky person. Yeah, sure, I get sad sometimes, but never really dealt with depression, never really dealt with anything. And this was like my first
heartbreak.
It was my first heartbreak, but then it also like caused this whole thing. I couldn't drive for like 3 months. It was a lot. It definitely took a toll, and I still go through it to this day, but it's gotten easier.
How did you realize you had that? Like, what was the first instance that you're like, holy fuck, what's going on?
I was on a date. And it was actually, oh my God, if he's watching this, it's crazy. So yeah, I was on a date, and we went to go do pottery. And right when we got in, I was like, oh my God, like my heart just started beating so fast. And I've hung out with this guy. I've been on dates with him before. So I was like, I'm not nervous, like maybe a little bit, but like, I'm not like, this isn't, no.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, like I need a moment. I went outside, and in the moment I thought it was just a panic attack. I never had a panic attack, but like counting my breaths, like crying. I didn't know what, it was so loud up here, but so quiet at the same time. And it was just like my legs went numb. I'm like calling my mom. I'm in Santa Monica looking like a damn crackhead walking across the street like, Mom, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, this is crazy. Like, I've never experienced something like this. And then ever since that day, every single day, waking up 24 hours out of the day, panic attack, I guess, or the derealization, but it feels like a panic attack, and it's like the worst thing actually ever, and I do not wish this upon my worst enemy. It is the worst thing ever. But yeah.
Do you think it might be your body almost telling you like it's time to move forward, and you're like letting go of your past life that you just had, and having to move forward is a scary feeling, and you're just like, I don't know what life I'm looking at right now because it's not familiar anymore?
Yeah, I think it honestly was my body telling me you need to cry.
Oh,
you need to,
because
like,
you were suppressing everything.
I was like going on dates. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
doing the whole thing, partying. No, that was my body's like way of telling me, like, you need to cry and you need to spend some time with yourself and just really tap into your emotions. And yeah, the moment I feel the most real is when I'm crying.
Wow.
And so it was like a tricky thing. It was like, well, I don't want to feel this derealization. I don't want to disassociate, but I also don't want to be sad. So it was like, which one do I choose? Obviously, I'm going to choose being sad over feeling like I'm fucking dying. And so, yeah, ever since I started becoming more in tune with my emotions, that's when it's gotten better. And I also, the talking tool that I used was pain and everything is temporary. This is a temporary moment. I'm going to be laughing in a day or two. So this is going to pass by. It's not going to last. And that honestly helps me whenever I'm in those episodes. It's like, this is temporary. This is temporary. That's all I tell myself.
Did you get diagnosed this by a therapist?
Mm-hmm.
And what were their methods for you in order for you to kind of cope with everything? Was it to cry or was it to take something or?
Well, she immediately was like, I highly suggest you be on medication. And for me and how I grew up, if you take medication, that's great. It works for some people, it doesn't for others. I just didn't want to rely on, it's just like getting on medication. You have to find what's right for you. And sometimes it's like, it's a whole process. Sometimes it makes you fucking batshit crazy. You know, you have to like try different pills and whatever. And I just wanted to go the more like holistic route.
Yeah.
So I started seeing an acupuncturist. And then I do my therapy. So I just talk through everything. And my acupuncture helps a lot, by the way. That shit's fucking insane.
Really?
Yeah. That's insane.
I would have never
But
thought
she gave
that.
me like these little like natural, kind of like, it's not ashwagandha, but it's like a calming anxiety pill because these episodes trigger from anxiety and like whatever.
And you couldn't drive for 3 months or anything. You were just
Mm-mm.
like, and this is all, you know, it's interesting to me because it's crazy how you kind of were coping with your breakup, because some people, well, most girls honestly, they usually like feel it and they cry about it for the first like 4 months, and then they say men do the opposite where they will party and then they'll feel it the next 6 months, but it only lasted 2 months for you that you started feeling that, and you're like, I need to feel everything or else I'm probably gonna go nuts.
But your body does not forget. It holds so much energy and obviously like emotions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that.
Did any of this, like when you started going through your crippling anxiety, did it make you want to delete social media, or did you feel like social media was more of an outlet?
When I was going through the breakup and with all the anxiety and all that stuff, I was like, I don't want to do social media. I want to throw my phone away. I don't want to do anything at all. But it was one of those things of like, well, Jazmyn, what the fuck are you going to do? How are you going to make money?
Yeah.
How are you going to make money?
It's your source of income. It's like how you pay your bills.
So even on the days, even with with the whole breakup, with anxiety, with everything, I was still posting every single day. And like to the blind eye, somebody's like, oh, she's fine. Oh, she's good. I was dying. I was actually dying on the inside. But yeah, that's like, it's definitely a lot. It's a lot of people pleasing. That's what social media really is.
Yeah.
Is like, because essentially you guys, the people, that's my boss. If I don't get my work turned in, or if I don't do something, or if I'm not well established enough where I could take a 2-month break and be completely fine and hop back on and be like, okay, let's go do this brand deal. Let's go. No, like I'm still like on like the, where I still, where I have to continue trying and whatever. So definitely takes a toll on your mental stability.
100%. And it's kind of crazy because what you just said is something that a lot of people in social media can relate to. Like, I try telling people this all the time. What you see is not always the bigger picture. And you might think someone is having the best time of their life, but that's not always true. Like,
well, yeah, it's like we want to post the best moments. Like we want to show the best moments. Yeah.
And people, like, I try telling my friends this: if you see your ex on Instagram posting that they're having the best time of their life, chances are they might not be.
Yeah.
It might be a lie.
Yeah.
Like, because I've done that. I've done that so many times where I've like posted a video just because I want someone's attention,
Yeah.
and then they see it, and then nothing comes from it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
just kidding. I didn't post that. That didn't happen.
That was my other.
That was my other friend, and it's
She took
fine.
my phone.
Yeah, but mentally, how do you feel like you're doing right now? Like, it's been how many months now?
Wait, actually, a guy reminded me how many months it's been. Wait, can I say the story?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God. And then we'll stop talking about the breakup after this.
Yeah.
But this, I was like, give me a fucking break. Holy shit. I'm out at a party. There's this cute guy, and there's no hate to this guy. Like, shit, I've been drunk and just have said whatever's on my mind. No hate. He's like, yeah, like, so I don't really know much about you. And I'm like, okay. Like, and he was kind of cute too. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
He's like, well, the only thing I know about you is your breakup. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, when did you guys, isn't it like really new? And I was like, well, no, not really. I was like, it was like January. He goes, oh, well, that's like still like really, 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 really new. And I go, okay, well, I'm not going home with you. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you expect me to say? Like, okay, yeah, you're so right. Like,
Yeah.
let me just cry at this party right now.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. Not actually, but peace and love to you.
That's,
It was so awkward.
I mean, is that like his pickup line to like get you to fuck him or something? It's like, yeah, so I heard you're going through a breakup. You want to fuck? Like,
You want to fuck?
you want to come home with me? Like, what? Sir, please don't lead in with vulnerability. This is terrible. And also, you kind of look like a fan. Like, I don't know much about you. I just know about your breakup.
He was nice. Like, I've been there where I've been like blackout drunk doing.
Yeah. Oh, was he
just
blackout
saying
drunk?
He was pretty drunk. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he was buying me shots and everything. Like, I watched him take the shots. He was
Okay.
pretty drunk.
Okay.
But,
and then that's when like the liquid courage came out, and he just decided to ask you a profuse amount of questions about your personal life. Amazing.
Yeah,
love
love
that. Okay, so since that has happened to you mentally, how do you feel right now? Do you think that you've grown a lot?
I have.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm a lot more mature, a lot more wiser, and I'm not for the foolery. I'm not for the bullshit. If somebody does something or like says something that I don't like, immediately I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. Or if somebody's not treating me the way in friendships or whatever, the way that I like, I'm like, okay. And now I feel like a woman. I'm like, I'm not putting up with this fuckery. I'm not for the bullshit. You're either there for me or you're not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing a lot better. So much better. I feel a lot more like me. I feel like I've found myself. I know the things that I like. I know the things that I don't like. And I know the way that I should be treated. Yeah.
I love that, Jazz. Fucking love that. You're so young and you're so fucking wise.
Thanks.
Where are you from, by the way?
I am from Simi Valley.
Oh, you're from the. Oh yeah, you're
The
from.
Valley.
You're from the Valley.
Yeah.
Oh my God, a fucking LA native.
Yeah.
Things that you never find. Oh, amazing. What did you like always think you wanted to do when you were older? Did you always want to just do social media? Was that a thing for you?
I wanted to be a star. Like, I wanted to be a star. I wanted to be Britney Spears, Taylor Swift. Like, on every job thing, you know, like in school when you do like the writing, I'd
Yeah.
be like, Britney Spears, star. I want to be famous. That was always a thing.
I love how, I love that you just knew who you were at such a young age.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, so I grew up in Simi and started partying from a really young age, coming out here to LA at like 15. Gosh,
You started partying at 15?
yeah, 14.
What year was that? Was that like 2018, 2019? No,
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Did you have a fake ID?
Yeah.
No, you
Not
at
15. Not at 15. At 16, I had a fake ID.
And you were like getting in the clubs left and right.
Yeah.
Did that put a strain on you enjoying going out now? Because you experienced it at such a young age?
Maybe I wouldn't necessarily call it a strain. I would say, well, one part of me gets sad. I'm like, God, my childhood was robbed from me. Like, I was 14 in LA with 30-year-olds and whatever, being put in really scary situations and just places that I shouldn't know 14-year-olds should be at, 15-year-olds should be at.
Yeah.
But now when I look back at it, I'm like like I said earlier, with no regrets, it's like I don't regret anything, because if I didn't take that path, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing now. And also, I'm kind of not glad that I did that. I don't recommend, this isn't me saying if you're 15, go out and party and be fucking batshit crazy. But I'm like a grandma now. Like, yes, I could still go out and have fun, but I got all that out of my system. I don't see the point in clubbing every weekend.
I mean, you're not even fucking 21
I'm not
yet,
even 21 yet.
and you're already over it.
Yeah.
That's how I felt too. And it's you started going out at a way earlier age than I did. I started going out at like 18. You started going out at 14.
And then, yeah.
And clubs were letting you in at 14 years
No,
old.
not at 14. At 14, it was just like house parties, whatever. 15, house parties and whatever. And then 16, clubs.
What was the first club you went to?
Poppy. Rancid
Fuck you,
ass
Poppy.
God, if you're going to Poppy, you're just down bad. You're so down bad if you're going to Poppy. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so you went to Poppy. You went to
Country night.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
You went on a Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Where was school for you? Did you go to...
I was homeschooled.
You were homeschooled going to Poppy on a Wednesday night.
Where did my mom
at
think
16.
I was?
Where did your mom think
I
you were?
don't know. I like try to think about these things, and it's like, because I remember in high school when I was like 14, she was super strict, no parties, da-da-da. And then like mid 14, she was just like gave up, and she was like, okay, you can go to a party. But like, even like coming out here and whatever, when I was like 16, where did she think I was? Like, did I lie to her? I don't know.
Where did she think you were?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's such a blur.
Okay.
Like, I think I actually lost brain cells from those ages.
Mm-hmm. So you started drinking at a young age then?
Yeah, 13 or 14.
Did you ever find yourself being in... Because LA's a terrifying place, especially if you're a young, impressionable girl. Like, did you ever find yourself in, like, really insane situations that you're like, how the fuck did I get in this situation? And also, how the fuck do I get out of this situation?
Yeah.
And did it teach you a lot? Like, of how to deal with people now?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Or I could spot a weirdo from a mile away now, if that makes sense. I got in my first fight when I was 17 out here. And I was with 3 of my friends. And they were like these BBL bitches. Like, you know the girls out here.
I know the girls.
The like copy paste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. They're so mean. If you were nice, like we would be best friends, but no. Fuck you. Yeah, so I'm at this party and I'm with like my friend and he's younger. I think he's like 15 or something.
Yeah.
And these bitches start like talking shit to him, being like, bitch, what the fuck you doing here? Like, you're 15, like, da-da-da, like, being kind of, like, rude. And it's like, okay, now I kind of get it. Like, but, like, some things you just keep to yourself. It's
like, no need to walk up to the 15-year-old. Just let the 15-year-old chill.
Yeah, and it's like, especially he's, like, friends with everybody there. More people than you're fucking friends with. So, like, shut up.
Yeah.
And they were just barking back and forth. And, like, he was exchanging something, being, like, just, like very, like, jokey. But they were being, like, vultures. And then it just got really crazy, like really rowdy. And so I go over to them and I'm like, hey guys, like this really doesn't need to be like what it is. Like, let's just calm down. Like, let's calm down. Let's talk this out. This girl's like, bitch, I don't want to fucking talk to you. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, oh shit. And from there I was like, okay, no, you did not just say that to me. 17-year-old, what the fuck? Go home, Jazmyn. What are you doing? And I'm like, okay, well, listen, I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to have a conversation so we can all just be friends or whatever, like trying to like settle it.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't like that. And she's barking at me, bitch. I'm like, okay. And then I just remember saying, you don't want to do this. And she said, the fuck I do. And right from there, I socked her in the face and she fell down like completely. First punch too. Honestly, so proud of myself for that. That was insane. I will say I had a really big ring on, so I think the ring did it, not really me. And then her boyfriend comes and runs and shoves me to the ground and goes, you don't touch my girlfriend. You don't hit my girlfriend. I'm like looking up at him like, what the fuck? I just got like the wind knocked out of me. My docks, I had those docks platform, you know, the little low top flew. They flew like all the way across the party. Yeah, and then they got kicked out. People I grew up with, I only talked to one person from Simi, my hometown. She's awesome. People were just mean there. So that's why I started branching out to LA. I've honestly, I haven't really had like really bad experiences with friends because I'm very like select with whom I let in. I feel like I've always, even from a young age, like I am very select with whom I let in my inner circle.
What age did you move out of your house?
I moved out at 18.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
I'm still at home. It's cool.
That's awesome though. You don't have to pay rent.
Your family lives in Simi Valley, babe. You also don't have to pay rent.
My mom does foster care. There's too many kids. I can't.
Your mom does foster care?
Uh-huh.
Tell me more about that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mom, she does foster care. I always grew up with a bunch of kids. She has like eight foster kids.
When you say foster kids, do they grow up with you? Like, you have this many siblings now, and do you consider them your siblings?
Well, she raised triplets when I was young, and so those ones I do consider like siblings. But some of the foster kids were just temporary placements until like their families could get off the drugs or prove to the court that they're like stable enough to be a parent. So with a few of those, they got replaced back into their homes. But the kids that she has now, they have their forever home now. My mom's like adopted them.
How old's like the youngest one? How old's the oldest one?
Okay, so the youngest one, I'm terrible with ages, is 1. I think she's 1.
A baby.
Oh yeah, my mom had her like 2 days like straight from the hospital.
Wow.
Mhm. So she's 1, and then I think there's
That's okay. You could just
maybe like 3, 4.
So these are like children, like literal toddlers.
Babies, yeah.
Wow. How did your mom get into that? And also, what was that like growing up for you? I'm assuming that you're really great at sharing and everything now.
Yeah. How did my mom get into it?
Yeah.
Ever since my mom was a kid, like 18, 19, she was constantly taking care of like family members because a lot of them were drugs, alcoholics, and whatever. So ever since a young age, my mom was always bringing in like our own family.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would honestly say that that's how she got into it. And then she started fostering. And growing up, it's definitely a lot because it's like when you grow up with your siblings, you're supposed to grow up with them. Mm-hmm. And when I was like 15 or 16, I think that's honestly why I started coming out here, because I was like, I just want to get away and whatever. Mm-hmm. But it was a little like annoying to me at the time because it was like, gosh, like, why am I still seeing Legos in the living room at, and whatever. Like a lot of her time was taken up, or it was always on the kids. Yeah. And so I feel like at that age, I was like, I think that's why I started my whole like partying. Like, I'm just going to go and do my own thing. But she has the biggest heart ever. And now when I look back at it as an adult, I'm like, Jazz, like.
Would you ever do fostering?
Fuck no. I hate kids. The kids are so sweet, but I just like growing up with kids, it just is not for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And is your dad in the photo or no?
No, I've never met him.
Okay.
So not necessarily.
Do you have any siblings biologically?
Yes, I have my older sister, same mom, same dad. My older brother, same dad, different mom. And my little brother, same mom, different dad.
Jazz, you have a fucking huge family.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't... what's so crazy is the amount of times I've hung out with you, I've never known any of this.
Yeah.
It really took me bringing you onto a fucking podcast with a mic for me to understand what's going on with Jazz.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I feel like... And within, like, you having all of that happening in your life as a child, did you ever feel like you really wanted your mom's attention? Because you felt like it was just, like, so far gone, and you're like, how do I get it? And then that's why you started coming to LA, because you wanted to be a little rebellious, and you just wanted that attention.
Yeah. I definitely... It's like, sometimes I wish, like, there would have been more time spent there, but then I also think of it in the sense of, no, because those kids actually, they need all of that attention. They need all of the hands-on activity and whatever, because they weren't blessed to have a mom. Like, I will always have my mom, and now they will always have my mom. And in those early stages of your life, those are the most crucial stages of your life. So, yeah. I don't know if that really answers your question.
It answered my question.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It answered my question. You really seemed like you had like a really crazy life growing up. And I don't know why it skipped my mind that you're genuinely from LA and you started coming. I don't know why I just met you so recently. And you know what's like if you think about it, I actually met you this time last year. I've only known you for a year.
Oh, yeah.
I met you at Nessa Barrett's birthday party.
You're just awesome, Morgan.
Thanks.
You're
Thanks,
just so
Jazz.
epic.
Thanks, Jazz.
Jesus.
Honestly, getting to know you on this podcast, I feel like you're amazing. I feel like a lot of people don't actually know this part of you. And that was the whole point of me wanting you on this podcast, because I wanted to know more of you. You're a very, I feel like you're an open book if you ask the right questions. And you also, since it makes sense, since you've been going out for since you were so young, obviously you don't trust like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that you would ever want to open up. And for you to open up, I'm so happy you did. Like, I see you in such a different light now.
I know.
But it's a great thing. And I'm so happy you came on the podcast. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
If you could give the viewers, like young girls that want to move to LA or are living in LA, any advice, what's the best advice you can give them on growing up, wanting to be in social media, and just all around how to stay happy? If you could do that, if you could give them some advice.
If I could give you guys some advice, it would be, you have so much time to grow up. You stay with your parents as long as you can, and really don't take that shit for granted at all. Be a kid. If you're 15, be a kid. There's just so much time in this world. Like, you have so much time to be an adult. So I would say that to get into social media, if that's something that you aspire, like I said in the beginning, be yourself, stay authentic to yourself. Don't take any bullshit from anybody, because they're not you. They don't know what you know. And if you work hard, you can do anything you put your mind to. Genuinely. Manifest. Make a vision board. Do it. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Jazz.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Jazmyn Makenna, for coming on the podcast. And I hope you guys loved this episode. Thanks for coming to the party. See you next time.
Bye.